Well guys, I have been listing for like a solid week and a half at this point, and I have got the itch to go sourcing. So welcome back to another resale ride, and check this out. I'm using my tripod as a little selfie stick, so yes, I am a professional. Today I'm going to be hitting up every pawn shop in my hometown of Lexington, looking for video games to flip on Amazon and eBay, and also we'll be sprinkling in a couple of thrift stores in there, maybe getting back to my roots a little bit, scanning some books and seeing what we can come up with in there. And yeah, let's see what we can find today. Well guys, you just saw my first stop. This is actually one of my two favorite pawn shops in Lexington. They have good deals, decent inventory. Picked up 4 recent system games, a couple copies of Assassin's Creed 3, a Prison Architect, which you saw the snapshot for. This is a $30 game. These were 7 a piece, and they're worth at least 15 each, so that was a solid deal. Got this guy for like $3, he's worth 10. Picked up a Wii system here that you can see. I've had people tell me before, dude, I wouldn't touch a Wii with a 10-foot pole. But if you do the right bundle on Amazon, I just sold a Wii bundle with Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort for 120 bucks. That's like 90 after fees. This guy was $20 with 2 controllers. Like, you can pick these guys up dirt cheap. I've gotten them for 15 before. So I don't know about you, but I'm happy with those margins. And oftentimes I always try to find Wii Sports or Resort when I'm out here, and yeah, when you bundle them together, it can be some solid profit. Then they had a bunch of $2 DS games, which isn't all that common, but I got a bunch of Professor Layton games. The best one in here, I believe, is the Last Spectre. That one still sells for about $20. And these guys were all they're worth at least 5 each. So really solid first stop there. I spent $65 all in, and everything total is worth around $190. So let's keep it going. Well, struck out at the Salvation Army. Did see a few cool plushes. They had some Build-A-Bear, Hello Kitty ones that you guys saw, and also a couple Kingdom Hearts plushes, Sora and I think Riku. But I looked up all of them on eBay, and none of them were really selling for much. So I, over the summer, bought a whole bunch of Build-A-Bears for like a few bucks a piece, just to kind of see how they did. And I really, at this point, only go for the ones that are highly sought after, like the Marios or the Pokemons or Hello Kitty potentially, but there are just too many out there, not a huge demand for those specifically. So yeah, on to the next one. All right, I forgot to film in that place, but I just had another pretty solid stop. Got 5 DS games at $3 a piece. Got Lego Friends, which you guys already know about. Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, The Complete Saga, Cooking Mama DS, that's worth about $5, and Cooking Mama 3, and Hot Wheels World's Best Driver. That one's worth around 20, so that's pretty solid. Then also picked up a Kinect sensor with the Kinect Adventures game for $5, which goes for around 25. So really nice stop. was $20 all in after tax and everything they were able to swing for me, and everything together is worth around $80. Well, Goose Egg at stop number 4. They are pretty overpriced here at this location. Their recent games are 15 bucks, like flat, and even their older games are still $5 a piece, which I think is pretty high. And I don't think they have a ton of turnover of games. If you guys saw any in there that I missed, then let me know for the prices. But yeah, not coming away with anything today. Well, did not pick anything up at that Goodwill. When I go to thrift stores, I'll normally hit up books first, then video games, electronics, and I'll do a quick glance over the games to see if there's anything new and sealed. I'll take a look at like the plushes and stuff. I really don't mess with clothes very much, but I will check out the shoe section. So that's pretty much what the flow looks like for me, but that one just pretty picked over, not a whole lot that I saw at least, but if you guys saw anything that I missed, then please let me know. I'm actually also interested to hear what sections of the thrift store you guys like to source the most, and if there are other sections that I should be checking out more often, and if I'm maybe passing up on some potential. Well, stop number 5 came out with just a couple things. Got a couple of PlayStation 3 motion controllers. I paid $32 for the pair, and they should each go for a little over $30. So solid double up there. And then I ended up picking up another Wii with all the cords and everything for $18. It's in a little bit of rough shape, but I buy the caps for these in bulk on AliExpress, and they cost like, I don't know, maybe 50 cents for a pair or so, which is really helpful because oftentimes they are missing them when you buy them from pawn shops. So this one, once I pair it with Wii Sports, should go for maybe 60 to 70 after fees, if I'm lucky, so solid pickup there. Well, guys, I made a bit of a goof at this stop. Picked up 4 games for 35 bucks, but I was picking them out mostly based on memory, and just didn't even double check with a scan. I really should have, because it turns out they're only worth like 45, so won't make a ton on this, but it's a nice one. At least when you make mistakes, you're still making a little money. But yeah, definitely not my best buy at stop number 6 here. Didn't pick anything up at that stop. Their prices are pretty high here and they don't negotiate very well, but I always like to stop in nonetheless just to see if maybe they missed something. Well, just got out of stop 7 or 8. Picked up a couple of games here. These were $7.50 each out the door. Zombie Army Trilogy and also Hell Drivers. This guy is worth about 18, and Zombie Army I think is worth 20 plus. So this is a solid solid Bolo game. I actually have never bought this before, but was pleasantly surprised when I scanned it. So I will take that, and I believe that's my last sourcing stop for the day. The only thing I have left to do at this point is I'm gonna go into Game Exchange, and I've got a bag back there full of games that I can't sell. So I'm gonna see what I can get in trade-in there, and then probably wait until they have like a big sale and go in and hopefully make some money. All right, well, here is my big bag of trade-in. Any guesses what all this lovely stuff is worth? Well, it took a little bit longer in Game Exchange than I expected, but I'm pretty pleased with the results. They ended up being able to take everything except this little stack, so I am feeling much lighter in terms of junk games. And they offered me $52 in in-store credit, which is pretty nice. I was able to get a couple of AV cords for the Wii, because I have a couple Wiis sitting around that I'm ready to ship out, but they just don't have the AV cords, so that's nice. And also got a couple copies of Wii Sports, because that's always helpful for bundling, and I don't find them that often at pawn shops, because they don't have cases, and a lot of pawn shops don't take games without cases. So still walking out with about $12 in store credit, plus all this stuff, and I'd say on the whole it's been a fairly successful day. Nothing super groundbreaking, nothing to really write home about in terms of purchases, but just some solid base hits, and that's basically what I expect for the little hometown circuit that I do. So thank you guys for following along, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, it took a little bit longer in Game Exchange than I expected, but I'm pretty pleased with the results. They ended up being able to take everything except this little stack, so I am feeling much lighter in terms of junk games. And they offered me $52 in in-store credit, which is pretty nice. I was able to get a couple of AV cords for the Wii, because I have a couple Wiis sitting around that I'm ready to ship out, but they just don't have the AV cords, so that's nice. And also got a couple copies of Wii Sports, because that's always helpful for bundling, and I don't find them that often at pawn shops, because they don't have cases, and a lot of pawn shops don't take games without cases. So still walking out with about $12 in store credit, plus all this stuff, and I'd say on the whole it's been a fairly successful day. Nothing super groundbreaking, nothing to really write home about in terms of purchases, but just some solid base hits, and that's basically what I expect for the little hometown circuit that I do. All right, well, here are the spoils of the day. Ended up spending a total of $186, and everything here is worth about $455. That brings the estimated gross profit to $269, which I'm pretty happy with given our expenditure of the day. That's a solid above 100% margin, so that's always really good. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this helpful, and if you could give me the old like and sub, that'd be awesome. And if you didn't like it, well, you have to smash that dislike button. Don't know what to say. It's an integrity move at this point. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.